It goes away. Come here, little man. We're just gonna go. Spritz, spritz, spritz. What is that? That's my air freshener. Okay. Oh, we're on. Hello, everybody. Happy Saturday. We come to you from HLC Bookkeeping and Office Services, and my name is Christina Rue, and this is
Krista Rue.
And we come to you every week between 2 and 4, depending on how the appointments run. And basically, we talk about topics from where you live, work, and worship, things we've learned that we want to pass on, or things that have been just in the news lately, whatever. We just talk about things to give our brains a break from bookkeeping. But sometimes we talk about bookkeeping too, because we love it.
We always are talking about bookkeeping.
Yes, we do. So, anywho, we're turning 21 this year as a business. Yay! So we're excited about that. And today, well, every day that we do Saturday Solutions, we start with the introduction, hlcbookkeeping.com, 724-561-7460, or office at your HLC if you want to get hold of us. And then we recap what we talked about last week, and then we bring up 3 new subjects plus a bookkeeping tip. So there you go. Krista does the recap. Keep it lively. Keep it going. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
All right. So we talked last week.
It's tax season and we're exhausted.
This has been a week. Instinct versus intuition.
Mm-hmm. I love that topic.
And then I really enjoyed our second topic, which was what animal are you? And it talked about 4 different animals and what their characteristics are. And I've come to the conclusion we're like a little of all 4, but there's pretty much one that's dominant.
And we were going to do that as our book topic today, but we forgot to ask Joyce what the book title was. So we'll catch that next month.
Yeah. And then we talked about how sometimes there's simmering versus burning in a business. Sometimes you're so hot, you're burning fire, and boom, things are happening. Others, it's just a steady simmer, keeping it all steady.
Keep it real. Keep it real.
And both are good. Both have positives. Both have negatives.
Yep.
It's just what works for you.
It's the mix. You have to have a good mix.
All right. And then number 4, we talked about job summaries and the need for defined roles and why organization charts are important.
Job summary?
That's what it says.
I don't remember that. I know. Remember, we talked about the defined roles. I'm going to have to go back and watch that because I'm like, what? All right. So today we have new topics for you. And yes, sometimes if you would take all our 170 some episodes and look at the 4 things we're talking about, it might look like we're talking about the same things over and over, but we're not. It's different aspects of the same big piece. So like you might see chart of accounts 7 times, but we're talking about different pieces of the chart of accounts.
That's right.
And if we do repeat ourselves, that's okay too. But I'm just saying,
it's important. It's because it's important, people.
Yeah, and if you go on YouTube and see that, be like, I heard that. You probably didn't. That's all I'm telling you. You probably didn't, because we bring up new aspects. And like, that's the thing about life and business. It's ever changing. There's nuance. There's new experiences that bring in new knowledge. So like you can hear, it's like when you're in church and they're reading scripture and you're like, yeah, I know that one. I don't have to really pay attention because I've been coming to church all the time and I know it. But then something in there sounds new, sounds different, and it gets you thinking a new way. So that's pretty much how life and business work.
It is.
You just have to keep listening and be engaged so you can keep learning and move on. So that was my little tangent. That's a bonus.
Wasn't even one of the topics.
That was a bonus.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, because it's the first Saturday of the month, we always tell you guys professional education is important.
Mm-hmm.
And whether it's about business, spiritual life, home life, medical life.
Mm-hmm.
So, our book today is the ABCs of the human body published by Reader's Digest.
It's huge.
Yeah, in 1987.
And it's heavy. It could be used for self-defense too.
Yeah, I know so many people are like, oh, that's probably old, antiquated information. Except, what are they teaching these new people in medical school? Because they're not teaching them the old ways. Which I'm not a big fan of taking a lot of drugs just to make me feel better. If there's a natural way to do it, I'd rather do that. So I'm always looking for ways to do things better and not hurt myself in the process.
That's right.
So, you know us. We enjoy laughing and a good joke.
Yes, we do.
So today's health topic is as follows.
Right. So our question was, is laughter good for your health? Well, scientifically speaking, as soon as you give way to laughter, which I thought was an interesting way to put it, that means you allowed yourself. So I'm like, didn't people laugh out loud before? I don't know what that means.
Out loud. One time in college, we were in this huge cafeteria, and my roommate came like right to where we were, and I was like, "How'd you know where we were? I didn't get a chance to leave a note to tell you where we were at." And she's like, "I heard Jim's laughing." Because we have distinctive laughs, and that's okay.
And I can't be quiet. I can't. Like, when I laugh, I laugh.
If you have joy, spread it.
Yes. So, here's what the health official said. Ready? As soon as you give way to laughter, electrical impulses are triggered by nerves in your brain, which set off chemical reactions there in your brain and in other parts of your body. Your endocrine glandular system orders your brain to secrete its natural tranquilizers and painkillers, which can ease anxiety and relieve pain.
Hello.
Those sound wonderful. Other substances released in the wake of laughter, aid digestion, while others make the arteries contract and relax, improving blood flow. I mean, come on, people.
That sounds like a benefit to me.
Laugh it up. It's scientifically proven. We need to laugh it up.
There's so many things I know. Life is serious and all that. But don't be afraid to enjoy. If you have a quirky sense of humor and there's a site on Facebook that's quirky like you, subscribe to it, people.
Yeah,
joyful.
I just want to tell a story. Can I tell a story?
I don't know.
All right, here's the story. Krista had a meeting this week, and when she came back from that meeting, she was just so happy and so I don't even know what the word was. Like, she just was whatever. And I said, who did you have the meeting with? And she told me, and I'm like, there you go. Because they both have the same quirky sense of humor. They both love accounting. They both have this same whatever number funniness about them or whatever. So I'm like, that's why. She met with this simpatico soul. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So like, laughter is so important. And when you find people you can laugh and enjoy life with, that's all that matters.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Because if we've got to work, why aren't we surrounding ourselves with people who we enjoy working with?
Exactly. That's what I want.
That's it. That's like, if I don't like you, I don't use you.
Okay, moving on.
I'm just saying.
That's another therapy
You have to
session.
bring me joy. I need joy in my life.
You do. We all do.
We
all
do.
need joy.
We do.
All right.
Like, sometimes you can have heavy topics, but you can still do it with love, with affection, and joy.
Yep. And like, there's another thing. Like, Chris and I, we bicker.
We do.
I mean, we're sisters first, okay?
That's right.
It happens. That's what happens.
We've been bickering since the womb.
Exactly. But like, there comes a point in time where the bickering's done. You're done and over with, and the joy's back.
That's it.
So like sometimes when people are like, oh, you were mad at this one, or you're bickering with this one, or whatever. So what? Get over it. Get over it. Let it go. Let it be done. Don't dwell. Don't dwell.
That's it.
It's better for your health to laugh and forget it.
That's right. And also, here's people, don't be in your heads. So many people who are struggling have said, well, I think they may think that. No, you don't know what they're thinking.
No.
You have no idea. If someone doesn't have the cojones to say it to my face, I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. If I've offended you and you never tell me, nothing I can do about it.
Yep.
There's really not. So, like, we have to be honest with people.
Yes.
Period.
Mm-hmm.
And don't get stuck up here going, oh, but
what do they
if
think?
They took that wrong? What if, hey,
right.
It's up to them to say, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Exactly.
That seems a little aggressive.
We're all adults here.
That's right.
We can talk to each other.
That's it.
And we cannot agree and still talk to each other.
Christine and I yell and scream and whatever about other stuff. And then we're like, okay, anyways.
Yeah. I've actually said to Krista,
we're passionate people.
I'm like, drama much?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
It's funny.
It's like, yeah, I'm like, that's when she knew. She's like, oh,
okay, I'm going too far.
She's a little bit off the rails here. So let's bring it back. Bring it back.
That's it.
Yeah. So all I'm saying is bring the joy back in your life. And if there's people in your life that are not joyful and they're taking from you, then there comes a time where you need a break. I saw on Facebook, it was wonderful. Just because I may have forgiven you for something doesn't mean I'm allowing you access to me again. That's important.
That's true.
Access is important. So like, if there are people you have to take a break from, do it. Get yourself back in order. Find your joy. Go out there and live your fullest life.
That's right.
Okay.
All right. So, number 2, you wanted to talk about business cash flow.
Oh, I went off on that tangent. I'm like, oh, what was I talking about? Okay. So we get this question a lot where people are like, what can I do? What can I do to improve the cash flow in my business? And there are multiple things. So I'm just going to touch on 3 or 4 things here of what you can do. Is it right for you? I don't know, because I don't know your situation. But just think about it. Find your mentor, find somebody to talk to that you can figure out if this is a good situation. So, because here's business, ready? Woo, woo, woo. Very rarely is business steady. So what do we do when our money's down here, but our expenses are up here? And I've cut.
Scream!
You can do that too. So like, what can we do? So just a little thing you can do is run a report that's called your receivables aging and see who's been sitting out there a while. Sometimes they just need a little nudge. Get that money in. Find out if they're having some of their own cash flow problems. Maybe we can put them on a payment plan. See who you already have in your, what is that called? In your books?
Yeah.
It's not what I was going for, but
your accounts receivable in your aging summary.
Yes, and then you can see and find out what's going on with them. Maybe get some payments in that way. You can also think about if you have policies that allow people to spend this much money on their corporate card or this much money on their or for office supplies or whatever. Maybe say, you know what, this month we're bringing that back in because we're just waiting for cash flow to improve. You have variable expenses in your chart of accounts. You just have to know what they are.
Right.
And if you're in your books every month, you know what they are. So you know what you can control. You can maybe not buy coffee for a couple weeks. You can hold off. You can, there's just many things you can do.
Let's not get crazy. I will never not buy coffee. Okay. But there are other things.
There's
and
also,
this is where you got to know what's best for you and your staff. Because if I don't buy coffee, I would have a revolt.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
That is probably true.
Yeah.
So then there's things you can think about too. All right. When's the last time I've looked at my products? Am I losing money on my products? Have prices gone up on the cost side that I have not made adjustments for on my side? So that's why your cash flow is getting tighter and tighter, because your prices are going up from a cost standpoint, but you're keeping your prices steady. Well, guess what's going to happen? Look what happens.
Sandwich.
Your margin is shrinking to nothing. Cash flow issues. So like that's something that you can take a look at for sure. And then there is still the short-term loan issue. Now, that being said, there are people on the internet, and I'm sure your business got phone calls. I can give you capital money. Capital money won't cost you a thing. You can write everything off. It's fine. So you just want to keep an eye on that. If something's too good to be true, it probably is. And when they're like, hey, I'll give you $20,000, but you only have to pay me back 30 in 3 months. Let's think about that. Okay? Think about what your interest rate is. And like they're going to say, but it's capital. It's fine. You can write it all off. You can depreciate it. It's fine. Let's think about what you're really doing there. So like, just keep an eye open there. But you can open a line of credit with the reasonable interest rate at maybe a local bank. Find out what they need. Find out if that's an option. And then, of course, you can increase your sales. You can say, hey, I need more income to come in. So that means I'm telling Krista or Bailey or Joyce, if you're out and about and you hear somebody struggling, let them know we're taking on new clients. You have to let your office staff know when they get a phone call, we're taking new clients. So like those are just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different things that you can look at and think about to help increase your cash flow. And if you don't have an active look on your financials and you don't know what's going on, that's a good time to get a professional consultant in there so you can kind of get everything set up. And the thing is, you don't have to keep them forever.
Right. That's what we tell people. Look, if you know there's a problem, meet with us, and in 3 months, we will teach you everything you need to know about your business that's important from an analysis standpoint.
You got all,
I got all worked
she
up.
took her own breath away.
Because I love doing that. I love doing that. I love helping people see the analytics in their business, which makes them empowered to make good decisions.
Yes. I call Krista the number whisperer.
Yes.
Because she can take all the chaos and start making a direction and things and reasonable steps.
Right.
Reasonable, measurable steps to improve.
Right. And then you can go. Yeah. Like, we don't hold our clients hostage. Nope. They can stay or they can go.
That's right.
They can revisit yearly. Yeah. Whatever you want.
Yeah. Just this week, I had one I haven't worked with in 3 years. He's like, I need to bring you back in. Okay. All right. I'm here.
That's what we're for.
Yep.
All right. So, next, you want to talk about residual income.
I feel like I'm doing most of the talking here.
Well, you're the
okay.
one.
Well, I was inspired again. People, residual income. Do you know what that is? Do you know what that is? Earnings that continue from past work. That means your work's already done, but you're still getting paid. You're still getting money on it. So what's a good business to be in if you want to keep getting residuals? Like in bookkeeping, we get paid for the work we do. That's an exchange, right?
Right.
So if you're not using us, we don't get paid. However, as QuickBooks Pros, we sell subscriptions. So if we sell a subscription and you keep using that subscription, I've only sold it to you once.
Right.
And then I get a little a little pay
Yeah.
on that, but still it's residual income.
Right.
I sold it once and I kept getting paid. Insurance, sell it once, keep getting your commissions. That's all it is. It's like, and sometimes commissionable sales have a bad connotation, and they really shouldn't. They're the best kind. You do it once and walk away, and people are still happy and using your product, and you're getting paid. I love residual income. I love it.
Yeah.
So if there's something you can incorporate into your business that will help you build product or services to pay you residual income, my question to you, why aren't you doing that? That's my question.
Just a question.
Yeah. We do it.
Yep.
We're doing it.
All right. And then number 4, our QuickBooks Quick Tip is chart of accounts. And Christina, I'm sure she had that little opening savoy because she's like, haven't we talked about chart of accounts like 7 times?
Yes.
Yeah. But I want to talk about something different. Okay? Because the chart of accounts is something that should be revisited multiple times a year, quarterly at the very least. Because again, if your accounts don't talk to you and you run those reports, it's meaningless.
Correct.
Meaningless. You're doing all this work and you don't understand it, so what's
You
the
can't
point?
read your financials.
Exactly.
It's not telling you. You lump sales all together. You didn't break apart your revenue streams.
That's
so
right.
you're like, I don't know what my best product is.
So like chart of accounts, it's a big deal. It's a super, super big deal. So, and like part of the things you have to remember is when you are setting them up, it asks you for a type. Okay. And then that tells QuickBooks where on the report to put it. So if you mistype, as in typing it, not typing it, that's, again, could be an issue. You're not really getting what you need to know. Okay? So it's very important to pay attention when you're setting up a new item in your chart of accounts. This is a big pet peeve of mine. I have so many people with new clients, they'll have like 3 office supplies.
Why?
Just because the first time it didn't pull up. But you know it's in there. Why do you keep adding it? Because then you have 3 on every report. It's
true story. Yeah. So when I created an account, I spelled it wrong, but I knew it was in there. I knew it. I knew I did it. I knew it. I knew it was in there.
That's true too. If it's spelled wrong, it ain't ever.
Yeah. So when you look in the search bar, it just doesn't show up there. And why did I spell it wrong? Do you see my little hook here? My little finger? It doesn't always reach up to where it should reach up to. So it missed the letter. That was important because it was right at the beginning of the word. So sometimes that happens. But like, yeah, so you have to think, if you know you put it in there, how am I going to find it? You can go individually right through the accounts and look and eyeball it. Print off a list, for goodness sakes. It's okay to still use paper.
Why do people not print things?
I don't know.
Like, it drives me crazy. Yeah. Sometimes you need to check.
You just need it.
Yes. That's right. All right. So, and the other thing about chart of accounts is if you're using subordinate accounts, but hey, you know what? I wanted to change the primary to a different type. QuickBooks won't let you do that until you unhook all the subordinates.
Correct. Then
change the top. Then rehook the subordinates.
Yep.
Which you're now going to change the type to match the primary.
Correct.
So like, you have to be methodical.
Yes.
And meticulous about it. You can't just be willy-nilly, I'm just going to do this.
And that can be why sometimes you're not seeing the numbers you think you should be seeing because you forgot to rehook a subordinate account. So it's not going to the right place.
Right.
So like, this is where I'm saying in half an hour, we can come in and say, boop, 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 boop. Is that what you were looking for? Great. And it would have taken you 3.5 because you don't know where to look. That's all I'm saying.
That's it.
It's like sometimes it's worth it.
Just ask for help.
Correct. I'm not going to go and, okay, if it's confession time, I'll let you know. Yes. In the snow, I took out a piece of plumbing equipment beside my driveway. Okay? I'm not going to try to fix that because I'm not a plumber. Why are you trying to fix your books if you're not a bookkeeper? That's my question. That's all I'm saying.
That's it.
It's that easy.
It is.
If you won't call, I mean, I call people when I don't know what to do. There is no shame in calling people.
No. That's right.
That's all I'm saying. We were chatty Cathy's today. Holy crap. That's so funny. We'll tell you in Seth's story about Chatty Cathy's some other time. But anyways, everybody, I hope you're having a happy Saturday. We're in a tornado watch here. So, we're spinning, hopefully in a good way, not in a bad way. And we hope everybody has a blessed Saturday and you enjoy the sunshine while you have it. All right, have a good day.
Bye.